The upcoming SKR airdrop might be the biggest one in Solana's history, and certainly as far as hardware goes. So if you're not using your Seeker every single day, you're literally leaving money on the table. Now, we've been tinkering with the Solana Seeker for a fair few weeks now, and while it's still not an exact science, maxing out your activity tracker is not difficult or even time-consuming. So here's the fastest way to max your airdrop allocation in under 5 minutes. SKR is Solana Mobile's new token, which powers the growing Seeker ecosystem, and it tracks real usage of the Seeker phone, not your meaningless spam. So listen carefully. Your main objective here is to complete these 3 circles in the Seeker activity tracker each week until all 3 of them have got a green tick next to them. Now, you'll notice that some weeks my middle circle doesn't have a tick while others do, and that's because I experimented to see what works and what doesn't, and I'll break it all down for you here in under 5 minutes with some tips and tricks. So first things first, within the Seeker wallet, make at least 3 daily swaps. Now, you can swap between stables like USDC and USDT, and these will be recorded as on-chain transactions, as you can see here in the daily activity tracker. But don't just rely on wash trading and spamming, because it's safe to assume that a level 5 wallet will be rewarded much more handsomely than my level 3 wallet. So I've been swapping between Sol, stables, the odd meme coin here and there like Pengu and Whiff, and then back into stables to at least have some variety on record. Now, when you're in the wallet, stake some Sol directly to the Seeker validator. I feel doing this with small amounts every single day has contributed a lot to my activity. And you can see that I've used other validators as well, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I'll keep staking around 0.1 Sol regularly to get my SKR points racking up. Alright, secondly, you need to use dApps every single day as well. Now, if you miss 1 day a week, I've done that to test, you can still complete the dApp usage challenge, so don't panic there. But for the middle circle on your dApp store activity, it seems you will need to be in there every single day to get that tick, but we'll get to that in a second. Now, your dApp usage can be very easily completed through swaps, through some fun games, and through connecting to new dApps which are featured in the dApp store. And that's another time-saving trick that helps you fill both the circles at the same time. So connect your seed vault to dApps like Moonwalk, Sleepagotchi, LootGo, Mathlefun, because these are super easy to interact with daily. Moonwalk and LootGo will reward you for literally walking around, and you get a loot box for every 1,000 steps, and each box has some rewards in it. So you might even win some USDC or other currencies. Then the tickets that you win can be entered into a raffle, and I've been throwing all of mine into the Seeker raffle right here because even though I've got one in my hand and one behind me, I would like another Seeker. Now, Sleepagotchi is pretty straightforward. It's going to reward you for sleeping, and you can spend 2 to 3 minutes a day playing Mathlefun, or even DeFi Land's farming simulator called Only Farms. As long as your wallet is connected, there will be an on-chain record. Okay, the final circle, which might be the most challenging to complete for some people, is the dApp store circle. Because so far, if you miss any day of the week, that circle has not completed for me. So aside from actually exploring the dApps, seeing what they have to offer, and flicking through the information, an important trick here is to download the dApps that are at the top, in the recommended and the featured section. Now, another key tip, don't download all of them on the same day. Just get a couple or max a few per day, and then connect your Seeker wallet and have some dApp activity being recorded daily. Now, 2 very simple examples here are downloading Edgevana and depositing a tiny 0.01 Sol. Or you can go and get an app like Verena and mint about $10, and it's going to cost you like 14 cents, so you can rack up some activity that way as well. Now, another super critical piece of information for anyone using the Seeker is to get a VPN, and the reason for this is twofold. Firstly, your privacy and your security are boosted this way, but more importantly for your SKR points is that in some countries like Venezuela, apparently your activity might not get registered. So do some tests and make sure you're using an IP address from countries like the UK, the US, or any European country to which the Seeker was shipped. Now, it is important to check if your activity is being registered, and if it's not, just change the country that you're browsing from. Alright, so the TLDR, there is no free lunch here. You have to explore the Seeker and engage with the dApps and the dApp store daily to get yourself that potentially juicy SKR airdrop. But the reality is that we already waste so much time on our phones every day that 5 to 10 minutes of simple actions like native staking to the Seeker validator, doing some swaps, which you probably need to do anyway, playing a few games, getting rewarded for sleeping and walking, and reviewing the dApps that you enjoy to help the ecosystem iterate and to improve. These are super straightforward ways to get a nice airdrop while also having a positive impact on the space. But hold on, let's say you want to go full throttle and you need the most comprehensive Seeker airdrop guide ever because you want to reach level 5. Then don't panic, because Solana Floor has you covered. Just go and check out the unofficial Seeker airdrop guide written out by Finn on SolanaFloor.com, where you can also find the Seeker hub and track all of your rewards and future perks, as well as any important Seeker ecosystem news. Now, let me know if any of you degens managed to get to level 5 and what exactly got you there. I have a sneaky suspicion that swap and trade volumes and stake volumes might influence this, and of course having a much longer daily streak than mine as well. So let me know what works, let me know what doesn't, and happy farming.